Hello everyone. You are watching Financial Management with Ravindra Hegde, lecturer, MES College of Commerce, Sirsi. Dear friends, in this session, let us begin with wonderful concept in your semester titled as Fundamentals of Financial Management. Before begin with the financial management, let us have a quick glance over the learning objective and program of financial management. Dear students, this beautiful course is designed to understand the concepts and principles of financial management of business organizations. Uh, in the first unit, we do understand the introduction about financial management. In second unit, we will learn the time value of money. In the unit 3, we do understand financing decisions, and in unit 4 and unit 5 we study capital budgeting decisions and working capital management. Dear friends, after completion of unit 1, you will understand the meaning, definition and evaluation of financial management. You will understand the scope and significance of FM, the approaches of finance function. We examine the relationship with other disciplines. We discuss the objectives of financial management, that is also profit maximization, vice versa, wealth maximization. And also we examine the types of financial decisions. We do discuss risk return trade-off. And finally, we have a discussion about organization of finance function. This is the chapter overview. The main issue of financial management in this unit is scope and objective of FM, role and functions of Chief Finance Officer, profit maximization, vice versa, wealth maximization, and relationship of financial management with other disciplines of accounting. Friends, I would like to explain financial management by giving a very simple scenario. For the purpose of starting any new business or venture, an entrepreneur goes through the following stages of decision making. In the first stage, they decide which assets to buy, and in the second stage, the determining what is total investment required for buying assets. And in the stage 3, apart from buying assets, the entrepreneur would also need to determine how much cash he would need to run the daily operations. This is nothing but working capital requirement. And in the stage 4, they decide what all sources does the entrepreneur need to tap to finance the total investment, or borrowing from banks or investment from financial institutions, etc. Friends, while deciding how much to take from each source, the entrepreneur would keep in mind the cost of capital for each source. As an entrepreneur, he would like to keep the cost of capital low. Thus, financial management is concerned with efficient acquisition, that is nothing but financing, and allocation, means investment in assets, working capital, etc., of funds with an objective to make profit or dividend for owners. In other words, focus of financial management is to address three major financial decision areas, namely investment, financing, and dividend decisions. Any business enterprise requiring money, and the three key questions being inquired into: where to get the money from, this is called a financing decision; where to invest the money, this is called investment decision; and how much to distribute among the shareholders to keep them satisfied, this is called dividend decision. Now let us see how financial management can be defined. Financial management is that managerial activity which is concerned with planning and controlling of the firm's financial resources. In other words, it is concerned with acquiring, financing, and managing assets to accomplish the overall goal of a business enterprise, mainly to maximize the shareholders' wealth. In today's world, where positive cash flow is more important than book profit, financial management can also be defined as planning for the future of a business enterprise to ensure a positive cash flow. Some experts also refer to financial management as the science of money management. It can be defined as financial management comprises of forecasting, planning, organizing, directing, coordinating, and controlling of all activities relating to acquisition and application of the financial resources of an undertaking in keeping with its financial objective. Another very elaborate definition given by Philippatus is: financial management is concerned with the managerial decisions that result in the acquisition and financing of short term and long term credits for the firm. As such, it deals with the situations that require selection of specific assets or combination of assets, the selection of a specific problem of size and growth of an enterprise. The analysis of these decisions is based on the expected inflows and outflows of funds and their effect on managerial objectives. Friends, there are two basic aspects of financial management, namely procurement of funds and an effective use of these funds to achieve business objectives. Now let us talk about procurement of funds. Since funds can be obtained from different sources, therefore their procurement is always considered as a complex problem by business concerns. And here I am showing the some of the sources of funds of a business enterprises: debentures and bonds, angel financing, venture capital, commercial banks, owners funds. In a global competitive scenario, it is not enough to depend on the available ways of raising finance, but resource mobilization has to be undertaken through innovative ways on financial products which may meet the needs of investors. We are constantly seeing new and creative sources of funds which are helping the modern business to grow faster. For example, trading in carbon credits is turning out to be another source of funding. Funds procured from different sources have different characteristics in terms of risk, cost, and control. The cost of funds should be at the minimum level. For that, a proper balancing of risk and control factors must be carried out. Let us discuss some of the funds. The first one is equity. The funds raised by the issue of equity shares are the best for the risk point of view for the firm, since there is no question of repayment of equity capital except when the firm is under liquidation. Friends, from the cost point of view, however, equity capital is usually the most expensive source of funds. This is because the dividend expectations of shareholders are normally higher than prevalent interest rate, and also because dividends are an appropriation of profit not allowed as an expense under the Income Tax Act. Also, the issue of new shares to public may dilute the control of the existing shareholders. Second one is the debentures. Debentures as a source of funds are comparatively cheaper than the shares because of their tax advantage. The interest the company pays on a debenture is free of tax, unlike a dividend payment which is made from the taxed profits. However, even when times are hard, interest on debenture loans must be paid, whereas dividends need not be. However, debentures entail a high degree of risk since they have to be repaid as per the terms of agreement. Also, the interest payment has to be made whether or not the company makes profits. The third one is about funding from banks. Commercial banks play an important role in funding of the business enterprises. Apart from supporting business in their routine activities like deposits, payments, and so on, they play an important role in meeting the long term and short term needs of a business enterprise. And here you are seeing on the screen the different lending services provided by commercial banks, fund based and non fund based. The fund based services are like cash credit, OD, term loans, working capital term, bill purchase or discounting, and non fund based activities are like guarantee, letters of credit. Next one is the international funding, fourth one. Funding today is not limited to domestic market, friends. With liberalization and globalization, a business enterprise has options to raise capital from international markets also. FDI, foreign direct investment, and FII, foreign institutional investors, are two major routes for raising funds from foreign sources besides ADR, American Depository Receipts, and GDR, Global Depository Receipts. Obviously, the mechanism of procurement of funds has to be modified in the light of the requirements of foreign investors. So this is about procurement. Now let us discuss about the effective utilization of funds. Dear students, the finance manager is also responsible for effective utilization of funds. He has to point out situations where the funds are being kept idle or where proper use of funds is not being made. All the funds are procured at a certain cost and after entailing a certain amount of risk. Friends, if these funds are not utilized in the manner so that they generate an income higher than the cost of procuring them, there is no point in running the business. Hence, it is crucial to employ the funds properly and profitably. Some of the aspects of funds utilization are utilization of for fixed assets. The funds are to be invested in the manner so that the company can produce at its optimum level without endangering its financial solvency. For this, finance manager would be required to possess sound knowledge of techniques of capital budgeting. For the time being, let me define the meaning of capital budgeting. It is also called as investment appraisal. It is a planning process used to determine whether a firm's long-term investments such as new machinery, replacement machinery, new plants, new products, and research development projects would provide the desired return or profit. Second one is utilization for working capital. The finance manager must also keep in view the need for adequate working capital and ensure that while the firms enjoy an optimum level of working capital, they do not keep too much funds blocked in inventories, book debts, cash, etc. Now let us talk about evaluation of financial management. Financial management evolved gradually over the past 50 years. The evaluation of financial management is divided into three phases. Financial management evolved as a separate field of study at the beginning of the century. The three stages of its evaluation are the traditional phase, the transitional phase, and the modern phase. In the traditional phase, financial management was considered necessary only during occasional events such as takeovers, mergers, expansion, liquidation, etc. Also, when taking financial decisions in the organization, the need of outsiders means investment bankers, people who lend money to the business, and other such people to the business was kept in mind. In the transitional phase, the day to day problems that financial managers faced were given importance. The general problems related to fund analysis, planning, and control were given more attention in this phase. And the modern phase is still going on. The scope of financial management has greatly increased now. It is important to carry out financial analysis for a company. This analysis helps in decision making. During this phase, many theories have been developed regarding efficient markets, capital budgeting, option pricing, valuation models, and also in several other important fields in financial management. Thank you so much.